And hello everyone and welcome to this week's episode of the RT Podcast. This is the 409 Podcast. We're live here from RTX. And with me today I have... Come on, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Catherine.
Phoebe!
And Dan as well, unfortunately. And whenever you're ready, get back to me. And, whenever we're ready. And this is what happens live on camera. Yay! Technical difficulties. So this podcast is brought to you and powered solely by Squarespace and Redbubble. Talk a little bit more about those later. So, we are here for RTX, supposedly.
Yep.
It's going to be an interesting weekend. Lots of cool stuff to happen, and it's been almost a year since we've done this before.
Well, we've had loads of events already by forgetting the keyboard, the mouse, the batteries being dead, the keyboard we ordered to replace it being dead and not working, so with the mouse, the cider being flat.
Yeah, we've had lots of problems, which is why I have a nice little selection of drinks right here.
Hey, me bought Remember to Post Us.
Hello to
That
Peter
is not
Hayes
how we
and
spell
Sarah
Hayes.
and Gabe. That's a message from Chris, and it's actually, I wish we could have a nice little copy of that to show on screen, because Peter, he has spelled your last name as Heys. So please feel free to have a discussion with him later.
Unbelievable.
So yeah, this is going to be a real fun week, because this, of course, is a Thursday. We've got badge collection tomorrow, and then we've got the con on Saturday and Sunday. So in fact, we'll talk signings, because signings was a little bit of a, shall we say, an unfortunate event for a lot of people.
Yeah.
First of all, we had the loss of Gavin in the signings. Did anyone have a signing with either Jeff and Gavin, or who else was
Jack
with
and
Gavin?
Gavin.
Was it Jack
I
and
had
Gavin?
Jack and Gavin, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's the thoughts on that? Has it been annoying to lose that extra person? Although I understand they did give everyone an extra signing.
Oh, I didn't get an extra, but I don't mind, honestly, because while it's not great. You're missing Gavin, but it's obviously he's a key cast member. But the fact I'm getting to meet anyone, I'm grateful. Last year I didn't get a single signing, but I still met a couple people here and there. I was fine with that.
Okay.
And yeah, like I say, missing Gavin, not the best, but it's Gavin and Jack. Of the, I'm not going to there. Read the off the screen.
Tune. Mic to the right slightly. Okay. This is what happens when you have an Irishman converting words into English. Oh, we've got a lot of Chris. We've got a lot of Chris. Here we go. This is...
You had to be quite a way around.
Hang on.
Down.
It's not in focus, but
It works. I think it works.
It's Harris, feck off.
In true Father Ted, it says "feck off." But yeah, so what were we saying? We're talking about signings.
Yeah,
So Gavin not being in the signings anymore.
It's not the end of the road, certainly, because if he's busy, if he's got things to do, that's obviously he's got a schedule. He's got to keep to it. I can understand that. But the fact that I'm still meeting Jack, that in itself is a gift, because he is the one who organises so many community events, Extra Life and such.
Yeah, and
I'd love to just speak to him and ask like a few questions. Give me a couple of questions.
Extra Life is something that I do want to talk. What?
Can you turn your mic to the right?
Is it too loud?
No, it's not loud enough.
So that's the right. That's away from
It's
me.
my right, your left. That's fine.
Okay.
Right. So apparently I'm too quiet, which is funny because I'm nearly shouting.
Get closer to the mic. Move the mic closer to the mic.
eat. Oh, I hit you there.
Yeah, don't eat my microphone.
Still off.
It was still off. I hit mute accidentally.
No, there's actually no feed coming.
Oh no, it really is.
There you
Oh,
go.
no.
I tried to hit that 3 times. This is professionalism.
But
Yes,
Steve,
we are.
the first thing we've ever done like this.
It's still a
A
miracle
fully
we
live
managed to
in-room
set this
podcast.
up.
Yeah, this is a rare occurrence for us.
Yeah, can we maybe move away from me? So it's like back to wide. There we go. See, I have to run this from broadcast and in front of the camera. Jesus Christ.
Mad.
So, yeah, I think one of the things I do want to talk about, though, is Extra Life. Because we are coming up to Extra Life again this year. We've already had some figures announced through Game Attack, who, of course, done their month of free subs and all that being donated direct to Extra Life. And I can't remember off the top of my head if our guy behind the camera could have a look to see how much Game Attack raised in their month of subs for Extra Life. But it was a lot of money. It was like 24 or 25 grand from what I remember. Which is it's great, and I love seeing stuff like that, especially from the community.
I mean, well, obviously last year's total was it 1.2 million, was it?
The final number.
Yeah.
6,700.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's
Not as much as I said, but still, that's a lot of money for.
It's a large amount, yeah. It'll chip toward the donation, and
Yeah.
considering that I think they got 1.2 million in the end, I feel like this year,
This year might be the year they actually hit 1 million on stream.
million on stream, bonus stuff outside, maybe 1.5, including the final total.
And I think that Jack has said that live, that the personal aim is like 1.5 million in total. Which I think is totally doable, because if you look at how much it's grown over the years, 1.5 million is definitely achievable. And what it does, it says a lot about the fan base, because a lot of that money is coming from us guys. Yeah, we've had Ray puts a lot of money in. He always gives a good donation. Notch is always up there with donations as well, but the vast majority of that money, with the exception of the matches from Rooster Teeth, which I think is great, and the fact that Matt does that is awesome. But yeah, almost all of that money comes directly from the community, and it's because of people like that that we're part of the best community.
Yeah, and there's also, of course, last year they awarded the Healing Garden, of course, at the Dell Children's,
Which I actually visited whilst I was through in Austin 6 weeks ago.
Yeah,
And it's actually really nice.
Are you ever going to stop dragging?
as the
He's just
No.
like,
the resident 409 Austin visitee.
Yeah, I am the Austin correspondent for 409.
Visitee. What? Why did I say visitee? I've named that word.
Visitee.
Visitor.
Yeah, I'll say it's a word.
Okay, good enough.
But yeah, so
Attendees, what should I say?
yeah, we talked about the Gavin controversy with signings. The other one I picked on very briefly was that some people weren't able to actually get signings. There was some sort of problem.
That was a real big issue. As you may have seen,
code well.
it was the weekend code holders, I believe, on the 6th.
Oh, okay.
Really big problem with that. Platinum had a couple, not issues, but from what I remember hearing, weekend badge holders had about 40 minutes of downtime, and then by the time that was up, like some people, and then by the time that was back up, the code was gone. That's it. I remember seeing countless rant posts on Facebook about that. Understandably enough, I would be furious if the site had shafted you like that. You've been waiting for these signings, and then suddenly, just boom, the traffic got too much for it, and 40 minutes of downtime, you come back up, it's gone.
It's disappointing because I feel as though that happened last year with RTX London as well.
Yeah.
That people were having problems with their autographs codes. Now, of course, what we will say is that it's Universe, isn't it, that do the codes?
Yeah.
It's a Universe problem. It wasn't RT. They had no real control over that. Exactly.
The universe should be used to this by now. They do much bigger events.
They should, but you've got to accept that maybe they don't accept. Did they expect the flood? Is there such a big flood with them? Yes? I don't know the events. I don't know other.
Buy tickets immediately.
I don't know the scale of the events received, so I can't really say or comment on that.
But yeah, so we will call out the elephant in the room here, and that is. No, Chris isn't an elephant.
Big.
No, it's the special guest we have on the podcast here, Crescent Rose.
Hello.
So where did this appear from?
Oh, I bought it.
You bought it, and do you want to talk about who
She made it.
the producer of The Amazing Piece is?
I don't actually remember.
Oh, Catherine,
You didn't
please.
remind me to look it up.
Fix that in post.
I
Yeah,
didn't
that-
look it
that-
up now. I found the email.
So this is what's called a timestamp moment.
Yeah.
This will be removed from the final edit.
Catherine checks her phone.
How did I get it?
Oh my god.
So
Let's
moving on very quickly, what's the big thing this year from RTX London?
What would it be?
Yeah. What's it going to be? Because we're talking
Personal or in general?
personally.
Personally. Oh, I'd say signing to me. Just the fact I didn't have this last year, didn't have it last year for me. I'd say in general though, the fact they have brought Mr. John Reisinger along with for a specific on the spot live. Good fucking lord, that is gonna be.
That's going to be messy.
Oh.
I attended on the spot at Austin in the last 2 years,
Yeah.
and the last 3 years. Yeah, the last 3 years, and it has been messy, very, very messy. So I can only imagine what's going to happen. I don't know who the contributing cast is going to be. I don't know if they've announced it yet, or if they've talked about it.
Well, considering it's normally a guest team. Yeah. I'm guessing it'd be like Kind of Funny or Funhouse.
Yeah, I would hope with the presence of Robbie Kay at
okay,
RTX,
okay, yeah, no, I didn't know.
that he would potentially.
He could be doing that, yeah. He's Bloodfest, wasn't he?
They do tend to have some sort of like extra. Oh, we do have a cast coming in off of camera. Oh wow!
Oh damn!
So we have a battle of
the Duchess of Cambridge.
we've got a battle of the founding fathers of. Oh, we've got camera. Oh.
Huh?
Okay. Some sort of issue there. We've got the founding fathers of Gus and Jeff.
Oh.
Well, I'm guessing it's Gus
Yeah.
and Jeff facing off against the better of the two lads in Michael and Jeremy.
That is. Now that's an on the spot to watch, and I am really not. Okay, that's put me down to the point where I'm really. I've missed that now. I think I picked a signing during that time. Oh no.
No, that could be.
I wanted to watch that.
That could be dangerous. I think that is going to have to be a watch after the fact.
Yeah.
And that's actually something I do want to point to our off-screen. Can you find out who is doing our live streams for RTX this year? Because I don't know. Oh, we're going. Is it YouTube? YouTube's doing it this year. Okay.
Okay.
That's interesting because with Austin they went to Mixer this year.
Mixer.
Which was a surprise because Twitch was there for the last 3 or 4 years and they're a powerhouse at this point in live streaming.
Yeah. Maybe they're possibly giving it exposure to a lesser known platform, perhaps.
Well, anyway, according to this email, I bought it from Costume Mart.
Costume Mart.
Okay, so it wasn't a person who
I don't
is part of the community and like that who would have spent a lot of time.
I thought it was going to be, honestly.
Yeah, that's what.
Maybe
that's why I was trying to.
Unless, of course, they're a person who works for Costume Mart.
Yeah. So it's a great piece. If you.
If it is okay, if this is a person who made this, thank you so very much.
Yeah, it's
your work
great.
is highly appreciated.
It's great.
Isn't it, Catherine?
Yes.
There you go.
So what, Catherine? What about yourself? What's the personal thing that's going to be the biggest thing at RTX? And okay, so we do have something pretty big. For anyone who's had the chance, you're very lucky. Bloodfest was in theatres all around the world. It was in America, it was in Australia, it was in Canada, and it was also here in the UK. Not in Christopher's Northern Ireland though.
You see him mouthing angrily.
So Bloodfest, it was pretty awesome. I don't know if you guys had a chance to see it.
I did not watch that.
Why not?
It's actually really good.
I will definitely watch it when it comes.
But do you know what? It's really great that you haven't had a chance to watch it yet, because do you know why? What's today's date? It is the
13th.
Is it 13th? 13th. So we're about 2.5 weeks away from the full release of the movie in terms of digital. So you should be able to find it already on things like Amazon, on YouTube, on the Google Store, and so on. But so far, and I didn't say this, but it might be coming out physically in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
So you can get it on Blu-ray.
That's fantastic.
Yay.
I would like to get that at some point for sure.
I'm pretty sure it's already been announced. Don't know why I said that.
Well, if not, it has been now.
You can just talk.
If not, you've just burned it.
It's fine. It's disappointing. So we do
Never
have
saw
a,
anything.
we do have a Bloodfest panel on Saturday. I can't remember exactly who's on there, but I know Barbara's on there, and I know Robbie Kay's on there.
As it should be. The key.
They were amazing. It's great to see people like Robbie getting involved with Rooster Teeth because he's a mainstream actor. He's not and this is no disrespect intended to some of the other names like
The lesser known ones and such.
Yeah.
But he.
Three people: Barbara, Matt, and Robbie.
Oh yeah,
Okay,
Matt.
Matt as well, yeah, obviously
I knew there was someone on
directing.
the back
He's going to be. But no, you got as well. When I know you're saying about the whole mainstream actors thing, but that's now been a thing for 6 years.
Yeah.
Of course, 7 years I'd say. 2011 was it 2011? Elijah Wood did Sigma in Red vs Blue, of course, and since then we've just seen more and more big names coming in.
No, it's been great seeing how many
fantastic.
people are interested in working with Rooster Teeth.
Yeah.
Because I mean, even now I still struggle to believe this, but David Tennant is going to voice that
He is
in
in
Genlock.
Genlock. He's playing a
I'm
doctor.
looking forward to that.
It's great.
He's playing a doctor, and the character looks like number 10.
His doctor, yeah.
He looks like 10, which is I cannot wait. I really wish I had spent more time talking to Gray to find out more about Genlock. Hopefully there will be something at the animation panel this year.
Yeah.
Maybe like an extended trailer for the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
Something along those lines, but we'll see. But yeah, no, it's been great, and the personal disappointing thing. So calling you out here, Rooster Teeth, but where's the main man here, Owen Edgerton? Why has he not been brought through? Because I would have loved to have hung out and spent more time with Owen because he's awesome.
You know. Stare down that camera by just slightly reaching over the bar.
So, what time we at?
I have a question.
Yes.
Is the vodka open?
Mm-hmm. Is it drink time?
It's drink time.
It's always drink time.
Unfortunately, some of the ice is melted, so you're getting diluted vodka.
I don't like ice. Or vodka.
Well, you're not having ice.
Well, why did you ask if the vodka's open if you don't
I
like
want
vodka?
to try. I don't like it. I want some anyway.
See, this is where we actually intended in having like an entire camera dedicated to me pouring drinks, because that was something we discussed. I think we actually discussed it on the podcast at one point. Lemonade or Coke?
Lemonade, please.
This is not Tesco's lemonade in any way, shape or form. We do not support Tesco.
Why
Am I
don't we
still
label?
coming over on?
We
Yeah, I'm
don't
still.
not
That's a
support
massive.
it.
Holy crap! Why were you telling me to turn the microphone? I'm loud as hell. Jesus Christ! These people do not know what they're doing behind the camera.
Why exactly did we not peel the label off that bottle?
Because that would have been forethought.
Something we lack so
We put all our
sorely.
brain power into setting up this thing.
Might I just request actually with
Okay.
Catherine
Vodka
asking for
lemonade.
drinks as I say
That's $3.70.
I'm gonna wait a minute until it's actually on screen.
I would say as a particular resident.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. I am still on screen at the moment, and we have people talking off of screen.
If this is disgusting,
Hey there,
I want
Anthony.
them to
I
see
just
it.
wanted to cut in for your thing. You talk through this mic. This mic is muted.
No, it's not.
Yes,
No,
it
it's
is.
not.
No, it's not. The light's on.
Yes, it is.
It's not though.
Okay. So, right. So on the wide shot
Did you
here, there
mute
is a
it?
microphone on the table there. Apparently, I'm coming through that microphone.
Quite loud.
Yes. So I don't know what's happened because we had these microphones all set.
Yeah, it was.
I really wish
working.
you hadn't done that because that now makes it look like absolutely nothing. Okay.
Ha.
So what we'll do then, I think, is we're going to transition through, and I'm not even going to bother trying to find a set. Oh no, wait, we can't do that because Dan isn't here. Okay, we're just going to keep
I'm going to
vamping.
request a drink.
You can request a drink. What can I get for you,
I
Dan?
don't mind. Just make a drink.
Make a drink.
Make a alcoholic beverage, which I don't know. Just let me know what it is.
This is
I'll try it.
lemonade based ruined.
As I may have said before, I'm a resident non-drinker, I suppose, of the group. But hey, who knows? I might like it.
So this is going to be nice and simple. We're going to go for a very basic gin and lemonade. We've got Whitley Neal here, which is a nice English gin. Nice, beautiful, botanical, fresh gin. We're not getting too many overgrown flavours there. Nice and easy. Yes, I'm also a drinking expert, so
Oh, you're just Scottish.
Oh,
If you could pass that
Darling.
down, Catherine.
Yep.
So I
but
think...
Ruby, you're only 17.
No, she's like 12, is she not?
What?
What's her actual age?
17?
Is she actually 17?
Yes.
Then how old's Yang?
Yang must be a little bit older. She's like
19.
20.
19, I believe. Well, 8 months has passed since obviously, well, the story was before the beak and all that.
Mm.
I can't
It was
remember.
about-
In fact, you know,
They were 16 and
in
18
fact, do, you know,
respectively.
do you know what? We're talking about this. Wide, please. See, I have to fucking control room from here.
Mm.
Oh, Dan really enjoys that.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, Stop wants more
we-
Chris
we-
and
we were-
Gabe wants
we were
Anthony
talking-
to
That's
make
very
the
strong.
Gabe purple.
Hmm?
Gabe would like Purple Rain.
I don't actually have any blue Curacao here or blue Wicked, so that's not possible.
And Stop wants more Chris. But we're going to ignore Stop.
Yeah, Chris will appear at some point once we've had this discussion. We're going to talk a little bit about Ruby because Volume 6 is not far away.
Ooh, not at all.
We're what, 4 weeks, 5 weeks
A
away? at
month
this
away,
point?
yeah.
And that very much tells me that the animation panel's going to have something from
Ruby,
Ruby.
certainly, yeah.
potentially
Well,
an extended
maybe
look at
that-
episode
the-
1.
The animation panel, maybe. I'm not sure, but maybe there's another panel that could have some Ruby-based things going on.
Do we have a Ruby panel?
There's a Ruby panel.
Is there a Ruby
There's a
panel?
Ruby panel.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The first thing on Saturday.
I've not actually
It is
sat down and looked
first
through.
thing Saturday morning. So
Didn't you plan what you're going to try and do?
I don't have any control over what I'm doing.
he's
We,
drinking.
we've had this discussion
Do I-
off camera. I
Do you
don't.
actually have your ticket, or is that still under me?
Oh no,
running?
no. I have the ticket, but
I
we've-
know I
we-
put
we-
it in your name.
Yeah, we've talked about the stuff that's happening beyond all that sort of stuff. So I really have no control over what I'm doing.
But I know we've definitely
Tell
got
me,
a
Dylan.
ticket.
Double cask,
With your
beautiful.
Ooh.
name. What is that?
No. Yes. So, I honestly think we're going to get an extended look at the first volume in chapter 6. No. Yeah.
So first chapter in volume 6.
First chapter in volume 6. Yeah, I knew there was something up there. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see because what did we end with? We ended with everybody at Haven.
Haven, White Fang defeated and Adam escaping.
Oh,
That's-
we've seen the character trailer, character
Adam's
thing
character trailer,
for,
sure, that did happen. You see him obviously his past and such.
Mm.
Then this finishes him with him taking the mask off and just walking. Now there's people broken it down. I think Eruption Fang, if there's his big name in the community, you may have seen his videos. Cole, I believe his name. He has broken that down. That's that trailer. And I think he's done a pretty good job of just explaining
Oh no, he's done amazing.
the symbolism of that mask.
Mm.
Will you ignore the Stop? We've established this.
Yeah,
That's not happening.
but yeah, so
But no,
no,
yeah.
Give us
it's
some
going to
more
be.
words in
The fact
time.
that mask is now off.
Yeah,
I
have
wonder if that's
seen-
going to stay off. Maybe we're going to see his
The-
that face.
The interesting thing will be
You know?
how much of that season is actually going to be flashback.
All of it.
I think well
Because
they're
if the-
supposed to go into Atlas this volume, are they not?
Hmm.
So
I,
that
no, wait, no,
I doubt
no,
they're going to
no,
go full on
no.
flashback. I'd like to see some kind of flashback, and who knows? Maybe this could be the season we see a Stark flashback. Probably not, but maybe.
But yes, so what I think we'll do at this point is it's time to talk about Squarespace. So Squarespace is the ingenious method. Oh, Catherine is completely in the frame there.
Right,
Uh,
I walked through underneath for a drink.
Yeah, so Squarespace is an ingenious way of creating absolutely fantastic looking websites at next to no cost whatsoever. So Squarespace, what they do is they give you templates. You're able to select what you want to do, select how everything looks. They make it so easy that even I can do it. What they do is they take away the need to do HTML coding and just give you the basics. They do everything for you. They do all the hard work. I can use it. I have no idea how to use anything when it comes to the internet. But yeah, so what you can do is if you head on over to squarespace.co.uk and sign up, they will give you access to creating fantastic looking websites. If you want to see examples of that, you can go ahead and check out the 409 website, www.409.co.uk. On top of that, go ahead and watch any of the RT podcasts when they're talking about Squarespace. because they will bring up some of the best examples out there from the community. Squarespace, build it beautiful. And at this oh no, we don't.
I was totally afraid.
At some point, whenever it's ready, it's going to happen at some point. There we go.
There we go.
You know,
And we're in.
I think I need a drink after that.
Yeah, that was stressful.
Yeah, what can I get for you?
I
guys?
would like a vodka and coke, good sir.
I quite like the sound of that gin as well, Anthony. That sounded good
Yeah.
to me. Yeah,
So
that sounds perfect.
screw it. I'm gonna talk about it. Give me the camera. Give me the camera. So this is what happened. We had planned this so during the outing we would sneak under the wires
Yeah.
out of shot,
Which, by the way, I think everybody heard that because
Oh,
I could
yeah,
hear
for
it.
sure.
Clear- clear as-
trying to be as
Trying
trying to be as quick and as quietly as possible. Catherine gets out quick. Dan starts slowly and leisurely taking apart the site, and we told him to leave it there. And then when he finally does that, and we're yelling at him as quietly as
Just
possible,
come on.
he starts just slowly unzipping his shirt. He wants to go to a striptease.
Yeah, that was fun. That was good.
I
I think we did quite well because we only came in at the last second.
We
Like,
got
as-
in quick.
Yeah, as Anthony was doing the last bit.
I did have to extend that
Yeah,
package by
you
about
did well.
30 seconds.
You
there.
did well. That was awesome. Good work. Well,
Oh, that
I'm
was.
stalling.
so we're obviously not Kat and Dan. Well, I am a Dan.
Hi, I am, according to Staub, a big gay Chris.
Oh, nice. Oh, nice.
Is my microphone working yet, by the way?
And
Doesn't
I'm Dan.
echo, so I turned it off.
Yeah.
Another
Yeah,
Dan.
so I'm
Yeah.
joined by Chris and Dan this time.
A handsome Dan, according to
Oh,
Staub.
thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
That means apparently the other one isn't handsome.
Oh, that
Oh,
sucks, Dan.
So, stop. I think you're dead if Dan finds you at this any point.
Dan, you're putting a lot of pressure on the cables.
Yeah, let's,
Yeah,
just,
let's-
let's not mess with it.
Let's be careful with our lighting, shall we?
Oh, no.
We actually have studio lights set up here.
Yeah, we
believe it
do.
or
It's
not. Believe it
actually-
or not, we're trying to be professional.
It's super impressive. I'm impressed. I think Stuart and the guys have done a great job. This is awesome.
Stop. What the fuck?
They're good here, yeah?
Hello.
Catherine! Catherine! Down!
This is live, right?
Careful with the
Oh
lighting,
no, this is
please.
gonna go bad.
Vodka Coke.
Yeah, I'll pass this over first.
Oh, amazing.
And
Thank you very
Gin
much,
lemonade.
sir. Thank you, Anthony. Even when you're not at work, you're at work.
I'm always at work.
That's good.
What's time off?
It's the same with us, like we both work on sets.
Yeah, true, exactly. So we're just doing the same thing we normally do.
Yeah,
So
so,
this
just with people with pillows and
So
an angry Dan.
basically what we had for the first half of the podcast there was the professional people working behind the scenes, and I was still directing things from in front of camera. This is where everything just dies because Stuart decides he's pissed off.
Well, we're going to call this the professional portion because, you know, we've got professionals on it.
We're gonna
We've
try.
got
We're
a
gonna
master
try.
photographer right here.
We're
Who's
gonna
definitely
try.
take us out. Do you want to plug your Instagram?
It's okay. It's my name, so at Dan Fegan. That's me. If you want to.
Of course, we've got Anthony, the master of all things.
Yeah,
What do you do?
master of everything. I am the executive producer and director of 409, but no one would ever really know that because no one actually does what I say.
And then, of course, we have the Game of Thrones star. I will
Exactly.
be giving out autographs all weekend long.
Get off the stage.
You're obviously member of the Night's Watch. That's
What
right.
a-
Yeah.
I'll sort of watch you.
What's the point of even trying? Why are we here?
You know, Anthony, I've been asking that for 15 years.
I'm
Pretty sure
stoked
you
to-
said that like an
Yeah,
hour ago.
we said that when we were doing our practice. You know, we practiced this. Would you believe it? We tested all this.
We might have actually done a trial run
Yeah.
and it was perfect.
It was
to
actually,
which
yeah,
I
it
said,
nailed it.
I'm disappointed we weren't live.
Oh, that's
This
double.
is
Yeah.
strong. Yeah, super strong.
Oh
It's
no,
good,
I've got a heavy hand.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's good.
See when I'm pouring for house, I'm pouring for house.
Nice. No, it's cool.
But yeah, so I'm going to say that we'll start with the same thing we started off with Dan and Kat. What's the big thing this weekend?
The big thing is this community.
Yeah, for
Every
sure,
single one of you,
Yeah, for
except
sure.
for you, James, because you're not here. And Stop.
No, it's been awesome so
Hold
far.
on, Stop isn't even here.
No, Stop didn't come.
Stop, you asshole! What the hell are
I'm
you doing?
disappointed in you, Stop.
Get down to London.
Yeah, you've got time. You've got like a day and a half.
Yeah, you don't even have to go to the convention. Just like be here.
Yeah.
Same
I
with
know-
you, James.
I know a few
I'm-
people.
I'm disappointed in you. Where's the true representation of Limited Night right now?
I guess as the true owner of Limited Night, I will have to represent them. I know some people who didn't actually go to RTX last year. They just hung about the Fox.
Seriously, that's
Yeah.
cool. That's really nice.
Yeah,
that just
it's-
shows how welcome it is and everything. I like that.
It's great to have the community gather, especially because up until now there hasn't really been anything
No,
in terms of a true RT fan base appearing in
no.
a regular occurrence.
This is my first one, so completely first one. And last night walking into the Fox, like just with an effort to just meet people, and it was cool. Everyone was super friendly, and I'm loving it so far.
And of course, Dan here is being an awesome guy and being a Guardian this year. You'll see him at registration in the
You'll see
morning if
me.
you're going.
Yeah, so
for
be
sure.
nice to him. If anyone is not, then I will hunt you down and I will kill you.
Also, he may spit on your badge.
Never. No, no, I'm looking forward to meeting everyone. It's gonna be wicked. I just wanted to help. That was the thing. Like, I find it hard. And this is again the work ethic, but I find it hard to come and enjoy something. I wanted to actually be part of it and help because, I mean, for the last 15 years, this is RT's been a massive part of my life. So I kind of wanted to give back, and this was an opportunity to do that. So yeah, it's cool. It's good.
See, I will always be jealous of people who can be a guardian
Mhm.
because, for me personally, it's the only real free time I take to myself is when
Right.
I go to RTX.
Yeah, so
whether
yeah,
it's
yeah.
here in London, whether it's in Austin, or potentially when we get an RTX Sydney back.
Mhm.
But I then don't want to spend that time.
No, I get
You
that.
know,
I get that.
I want to enjoy myself, so I've never really thought of being a guardian.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. It's just weird. It's just like I said, justifying it to myself. So it's like you use that time and meet
Yeah.
people. And again, this is something I've never done. So my last convention was like 6-7 years ago. So this is very, very different. I'm in a very different space as well. Like back then I'd finished at uni, but still like, do you know what I mean? Young, no, loads of free time, and now is no free time. So
I don't think I knew what a convention was 5-6 years ago.
no. It's been
I didn't even know what RT was 5 years ago.
no.
I did.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I remember being shown the old videos on I think Daily Motion back in the day. I think yeah. So like that was a
I
long
thought Daily
time.
Motion were after YouTube.
Yeah, maybe it was.
Well, no, they were after,
They
but
were.
it was.
Yeah, there was some crossover thing. I
Yeah,
think. But yeah,
Daily Motion's definitely one of those ones that you would get in emails and you would get like in random threads
for
here
sure,
and there.
for sure.
You didn't really get YouTube links all that often.
No, not back then. But no, it's good. It's cool. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But obviously, you guys as attendees, are you signed up for any panels? Like, are you wanting to go to some? Have
Oh,
you looked?
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell
What are
yeah.
you thinking?
Well, I'd love to go to the Ask the CEO panel. We were talking about this
Yeah,
earlier about
yeah,
how
yeah.
you could ask questions for 20 hours. You'd never run out of questions.
Exactly.
No, for sure.
Very excited for the RT UK community panel.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yep,
definitely seeing.
shout out to the guys who's going to be in there. We're going to have.
We have Mr. Peter Hayes, who was in the chat earlier.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
Mr. Chris Tudor. Those are both guys we had on the podcast last week. Thank you very much to them.
Yep, thank you so much for taking a bit of time out of your day, a bit longer than we normally go for, and spend some time and talking a little bit about the community and what we are hoping to see this weekend.
Yeah, we also have, you may know her from the RT UK Facebook page, we have Lizzie Thompson, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool. Okay.
We also have Riot Rogers, and I suddenly forgot his name, but he is the guy who runs Big Bite Media magazine. The magazine.
Sean Mullen.
That is the name. Good job, Anthony.
Yeah,
this
so
guy right here.
so we've got a really great cross section of the RT UK community there. We've got people like Riot and Lizzie who are very much heavily involved in the cosplay side of things. Which, by the way, we've got a cosplay competition this year.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's cool.
Speaking of cosplay,
Oh God.
Sunday's gonna be fun.
He's walked off.
Your boy, Chris,
It's fine. I couldn't
will
get far
be
off camera.
will be attending RTX London in a dress on Sunday. I'll be
Yeah,
wearing
that's
a
just because
skirt.
that's what he wears.
I'll be wearing a skirt. I'll be wearing
Nice.
tights. I'll be wearing a corset.
Nice.
Help!
That's what he wears. He chose to do it.
What's the occasion?
Yeah.
Money.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Let-
cool.
The people donated over
Oh,
179.
Joe, since he's travelling in,
Who's Joe?
You're not on mic, by the way, so.
Oh, this could
Camera's
go bad.
there.
I don't care about it. I'm talking to you lot.
Joe will
What's
also be in
Joe gonna
costume.
do? He's travelling in the morning.
The mic's not on.
That doesn't work.
Joe will also be in costume. He is travelling in tomorrow morning to meet us up.
Is he going to come up in the cosplay?
I hope he doesn't travel to London in his cosplay. Imagine travelling through London in a
Right,
outfit
so-
like that.
The question there was, is Joe going to be travelling in cosplay? Joe might be in the chat and actually be able to tell us that.
I doubt it.
You better be Joe. I told you to be here.
Yeah, Joe, you know better than to be part of 4-9 than not be part of the chat. It's not as if you live in the Highlands like I do. But yeah, so the reason that Chris is going to be portraying Ruby on, you doing it on Sunday, aren't you?
Sunday, yep.
Yep. So the reason that's happened is because there's so many amazing people out there, and too bad we don't have Stuart to cut, because this could have been a perfect moment, but it's fine. The reason it's happening is that Chris here started doing streams on a Monday with the intention of trying to raise money for charity, going to, is it Special Effect?
It is indeed Special Effect.
Special Effect. The guys are amazing. They're doing a lot of really great work, and please, if you get a chance, get involved with them, help them raise some money, because they deserve everything they can get. And
That's really cool.
yeah, so basically, what was it? It was £100 was the target.
Yeah, I set the goal of £100 thinking we would get nowhere near it. I set that goal, so I'm like, it's not going to get that, but it's a funny thing. 2 hours later, £125.
Nice.
They then tried to get me involved, and I shut that down within seconds because I don't do dresses. I get hairy legs. I'm not shaving those legs. But
You
yeah,
message me, Catherine. I've got a computer right here. I can't hear you whispering across
Joe
the...
says he's going to wear it up.
Okay, Joe.
okay. So Joe is actually going to be traveling all the way from home, wearing what is he? He is. Is he Neo?
Yes.
Is he Neo?
Yes.
I said Leo because,
He is
Yeah,
indeed Neo.
so he's going to be doing Neo the whole
Amazing.
way to RTX, which will be very funny. So if you see someone cross-dressing, then please don't approach them, because it's most likely not Joe, because that happens all the time in London. But yeah, what we're talking about.
I'm just paying tribute to Anthony because, you know, his brothers in the Highlands with the original battle skirts, the kilts.
Yes.
Mhm, yeah,
oh no,
exactly,
the
yeah.
original battle dress was the kilt.
Yeah.
The problem is that you're then free flowing, and that's not good, especially when you're around people.
And no, I will not.
I don't want to be
I
showing
will
ball.
not be free flowing at London. That's just gonna keep
No,
us
it's
safe.
dangerous.
Yeah, so we were talking about panels,
We were indeed.
and I think all three of us are looking forward to Ask the CEO,
Yeah.
Yep.
because
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Matt is an intelligent person. He's been running the company now for what, about 5 years, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, he's had some problems with having to oversee the transition to being part of full screen.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's seen the ups of having some pretty amazing content. You know,
Yeah.
I've always said that I don't think Rooster Teeth would have produced some of the stuff that they've done, like Laser Team, like Day 5, like Crunch Time, without the help of full screen.
Mm-hmm.
Don't
Yeah, I
really.
think that's got a lot to do with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. The backing and the support and
Exactly.
infrastructure. Yeah, that's gonna.
Yeah.
But I think they've said that as well. Like
Yeah.
they've mentioned that in podcasts, like that it's thanks to that they've got the opportunity to do this stuff.
But yeah, so
Yeah, definitely.
he's been through a lot of interesting moments over the
Sure.
years, and the panel is usually one of the better ones
Mhm.
out there. You know, whenever I go over to Austin, I always aim for Ask the CEO and Broadcast. Those are my
Right.
two
Okay. That's what
big.
you. Broadcast. Now that would be a great one.
Yeah, there is some people from broadcast here.
Is
Yeah.
there?
So
really cool.
We've got Patrick, Michael, and Nick all over this year, which is
Okay.
going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It's disappointing that they're not doing a panel, but they've decided to come over themselves. They're not.
Cool. They're just on
Uh,
holiday sort of thing.
Yeah, they're not here as part of.
I think Michael is. Not sure.
I don't know. I'm fairly certain that they weren't brought over, but we don't know that for sure.
Okay.
But yeah, so it'll be pretty awesome to see Ask the CEO. Matt usually has a lot of really interesting stuff. and
Yeah,
he-
I'm looking forward to
he
that.
is open to suggestion. He wants to do things that the community want to see.
Cool.
So if anyone does go to the panel tomorrow, please have
Saturday, yeah.
ideas
Yeah.
and actually say them. You know, don't just sit there and think, "Oh, this would be a good idea," and then not actually say anything.
Yeah, Matt, he's open to ideas unless your name is Joel Heyman and you're asking for beanbags to replace the chairs. If
Which, by
you
the way-
remember, in the panel last year, someone was waiting in line.
Yeah,
Joel
do-
tapped him on the shoulder.
Do you know who that was?
Who?
That was me.
Oh, no way. That's awesome.
I was the person standing behind Joe whilst he was asking about
Oh,
beanbags for
I
the
mean the
office.
person in front of him. Joel actually tapped him and got him to step out of the way.
Oh, amazing.
Couldn't believe that. I'm like, Joe, what the fuck do you think you're doing? We all love Joe. Everyone loves Joe. And since
We have a straw poll.
Oh.
Straw poll alert. We have
Oh.
a straw poll.
what have we got?
The question is, has this been the best? Blah, 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 blah. Yes.
The best podcast so far.
Gig and
The answer,
Ah.
the options are yes, No, and game curtains.
Always the Giggle Curtains.
So we'll have some live updates on that. Straw
Definitely.
poll for the next 5
Yeah,
minutes.
that'll be an interesting one. I don't think it's been the worst. I mean,
Well,
I think last year's live podcast was the worst.
But last week's live podcast was probably
Oh
the
no,
best.
last
I
week.
really enjoyed that. That was a good one.
Last week's was very good, but the number of times I was sending messages to you and then Stuart, who's off camera, saying, "Stop this fucking podcast right now! You have ran far too long."
Well, that's Peter Hayes' fault.
Call him out right now. Peter Hayes' fault. There you go.
Peter, I do not blame you at all. I fully much thank you for your involvement with the podcast last week. You were one of the true and sanest parts of that podcast, along with Mr. Chris Tudor. The other Chris here, Mr. Chris Kincaid, was an absolute bell end.
Yeah, Irish. That's all
I'm
I'm going
not
to
Irish,
say.
I'm Scottish.
Just want to give an update on the poll. That is 50% for yes and 50% for Gingham Curtains.
Yeah, love those Giggle Curtains.
Thank you very much for taking part.
Yeah.
We have Dan calling for a ban. What are you doing, Dan?
A ban on
Is
what?
he upset?
Banning Staub.
A ban on Stop. Okay, but let's have someone in the background just go ahead and ban Stop in the chat.
Oh.
You know, Staub is saying next year will be better as it'll include him. Staub, you're invited to next year's podcast. If you don't show up, we're going to be very disappointed.
Yeah, no, Stop. You're more than welcome to join us in the podcast, but you're absolutely banned from the chat.
If you don't show up to next year's one, you're going to disappoint Joe.
Oh God, you cannot disappoint Joe.
You love his reactions. He's going to be reacting
wow.
sad.
Imagine how
He's
Joe
been
feels
banned.
right now watching this podcast. thinking
Oh,
you're not
Staub
gonna be
actually has been banned.
Wow, that's brutal. That's
there. Who banned Stop from the chat?
that's brutal.
Who has the?
That's Cat.
It was
Does
Catherine.
Peter hate stuff like that?
No, it was Catherine. It says it was Catherine.
It says it on the actual wow.
And it's a temporary ban, so that means it can't be undone. He just has to wait it out. 600 seconds, like 10 minutes.
Jesus, it's brutal.
Brutality.
Yeah, he was chatting. He was good.
Stop. I will say that was just a joke. I do apologise for that. And there will be a ruling on this matter, and it will be
You banning more
changed.
people? All right, okay, no.
He's on that.
Unbanned. Okay, good.
Other Dan just poked his head out halfway through
And just
taking a shite to go, wasn't me, wasn't me.
Yeah. No, we don't have a toilet cam though to share that one.
Oh,
I'm
my
quite glad about
Alright, give me a second.
that. We're going live. We're going on the mobile camera.
Oh my
that's,
goodness.
that would get us some views, I think. That would get some views.
Oh. I loved this podcast because I was so professional. It was lots of fun. We've done so many things right.
Please no toilet cam. No, you're fine. Don't worry, you're all good. I don't want that either. We don't want that.
Right. Let's get back on track, shall we?
Nice one.
So, this year, of course, your first year.
Yeah, first year, yeah.
Effectively your first convention.
Yeah, for a long time. Yeah,
Yeah,
for as long
so-
as I can remember. Really.
Anyone in chat who has recommendations on, shall we say, assholes in the community that Dan has to avoid?
Me.
Yeah, Chris is a definite one. That's why there's such a big space in the couch there between them. There's a clear divide.
We've got we've even got a pillow barrier as well.
it's called-
Was it unintentional, Chris? But
No, you're meant to be sitting on it.
no, I didn't like it. I didn't like
It's,
it. It
it's,
was
it's
uncomfortable.
called the demilitarization.
No, everyone so far has been amazing, like super friendly. So it's everything I hoped it would be, which is awesome.
Yeah, just remember 80% of people aren't here yet.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. True. Yeah.
Oh no, I would
okay.
say more than 80.
Yeah.
I mean, so far Dan has really only met the Guardian, which is
Yeah, pretty much.
which is like 0.25%.
Yeah, and they've all warned me that it's chaos come Saturday. Like everyone said that's like the general consensus. So, but that'll be
Yeah.
cool.
It's also Sarah's first RTX. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, Sarah.
Oh, hey
Nice.
Sarah.
Oh, that's
Part
cool.
of the RTX Loners.
Oh, excellent. That's awesome.
As you can, it's probably you can't see it at all, but it's represents part of my badge right here. The
Yeah.
Loners, the lonely people of which is now over 450 people.
Wow, that's
Can
wicked.
you believe that?
That's awesome.
450 is an even number, so therefore you just like group into pairs and then no one's ever lonely.
Well, we have been doing a culling recently. Sarah
There's another one as
actually.
well. We've got someone else.
Yeah,
that's
we've
awesome.
got Elsie Bailey. They've been in the Loners for like a year and a half now, at least.
I think that's wicked, that group. I love the
Yeah.
idea of it. Like, it's just, it makes sense because it is intimidating coming to somewhere like this where you don't know people.
Yeah.
And I think it really does give you a little bit of security because you know, I don't know. A lot of the people will be very introverted, myself included. So it is nice to know that you've got friendly faces. Like, as silly as it is, even like for me, I was waiting for pictures of people to come in last night, so I knew who to look for. Do you know what I mean? It's stuff like that. It makes a big difference. I think that's.
It's
awesome.
also just a reason, like, you probably can't see here, but we have name badges.
Yeah, we do.
Me and
Yeah.
Dan.
Yeah,
Anthony
it's
has
awesome.
them.
I think it's really cool. You
Yeah,
don't
you wanna bring it up here? So, just gonna give it a.
There you go. Where and who do you get badges from, Chris? Someone's asking about your badges.
I printed them.
Yeah, Chris has organised them.
What happened with these badges? Where did they actually come from?
So we just.
Because this literally, we went live about 5 minutes before that was given to me, so I had no idea where it came from.
If anyone's ever seen the TV show Mrs. Brown's Boys,
Oh, yeah.
there's a funny episode where they have like a sit-down intervention or like a therapy session, and Mrs. Brown keeps on going, "We need frickin' badges! We need frickin'..." As you can guess, it's an Irish show. "We need frickin' name badges!" And she's talking about that, and one of the things is, I mentioned this in the chat, like, yeah, we want badges, so not only do we get name badges, so people can identify each other, because a lot of us go by nicknames.
Yeah.
Sarah is Killer Sarah, Craig is Nandy Ruman, Gavin is
yeah.
Kev.
It's amazing confusing, right?
I could go by Chris, but I just go by Daddy.
That's
So
a
this was
discussion for another day.
It's also just fun, especially when you're meeting new people. Like, "You're Dan. Hi,
Yeah.
Dan."
Yeah.
There's also 50 other people called Dan, so it's good to know you're Dan.
Yeah, definitely.
And also just the badges. It's just a fun we collect each year, and just to
Yeah, it's cool that. I love
represent
that.
that we are the badge loaners. But these badges I got from a website called Camaloon. They're very good for all that sort of stuff. You can get bottle openers, magnets,
that's
everything. Not sponsored, but they're a good site. And then the badges, I just printed them off and did them myself.
And do you know what? Since we were talking about badges and so on, there's a second little producer of stuff like that, and that is Redbubble. So this podcast is also brought to you by Redbubble. Whenever there we go.
There we go.
Hey. So the 409 store is powered by Redbubble. An amazing. Where's Chris going on there? An amazing way to create brand new tech, brand new merch that can be distributed across the whole of the UK and and even in other parts of the world. So if you are looking for the most up-to-date 409 merch, you'll find it on redbubble.co.uk, or you can even go to the 409.co.uk website and click on wow. And you can click on the 409 store, and that actually has a link that will take you directly to the Redbubble account. We've got some amazing stuff on there. We've got some merch that has the Cityscape logo on there, as well as our 409 logo. But on top of that, we are still at this point looking for a community created line of merch. So if you are interested, please send over some designs to 409general@gmail.com. That is 409general@gmail.com. Those will be reviewed by myself. The winner will be selected by as yet untold Mr. Chris here.
What?
And the winner will be made aware that all proceeds from this line will be going directly to a donation to Extra Life this year. So please go ahead, get your designs ready, get them sent to us, and who knows, maybe in a few weeks' time someone could be wearing a shirt with your design on it. That is redbubble.co.uk.
And we're back to the normally scheduled podcast without the ad reads. So,
you do realise that the ad reads can be taken out in the edit. So you've just said something that we have to leave in.
And
no
we're
one
still
knows.
on the normally scheduled podcast without the ad reads with no breaks whatsoever. So I just want to say I am so excited to be back in London. I have said that many times today.
Yeah,
no,
you have.
You've said that like a million times, and I
It-
only got to, I got here like an hour or so ago, and that's the only thing you've said.
I've heard it. Yeah.
It just it felt so good walking back to the Excel, walking
That's
into the Fox, not the Custom House so much, but
Mm.
I'll be able to see all those people again that like I haven't seen
do
Anthony
you know what?
or Catherine in a year.
Since
in a
we
year.
talked Custom
That's
House,
awesome. That's
see
really
having the Custom House station open,
Oh,
and not
yeah.
having to go all the way down to what is it? It's Royal Victoria or something.
Is that what happened?
Royal Victoria is
Is that
that
what
way.
happened
Whatever
last time?
Yeah, so the
Wow.
Custom House one was completely closed
Oh,
off, so you had to go
Jesus, yeah.
down basically to the east entrance
Yeah.
to get off of the DLR.
Right.
Which
Okay.
was absolutely horrible because you then had to walk all the way back along.
Yeah.
It was okay if you were getting into the convention centre because you get the door right there.
Yeah.
But if you weren't, like when I arrived on Thursday night, and I was staying in the hotel. What is it? It's the Ibis. When I was staying there, I had to basically walk the whole road. I can't read the screen unfortunately because it's way too small, but I think something has happened because Dan has broken.
Yeah, sorry, that was just so out of context. Just
Hey Dan, go hop on. I mean, Anthony, go hop on that bed over there.
yeah, Kat just said I may just be drunk, but actually looks sexy AF.
Okay.
There you go.
It's not the first time I've heard that.
You've got the vote for you in chat, so that's good. That's good.
We
Depends
get
on
another
the
Apologies,
shot.
my composure was lacking then.
Yeah, there's a lack of composure there, a lack of professionalism from the professional team.
Definitely.
But yeah, so RTX is going to be awesome. I think we talked about this. I don't know about Sunday. Did
The
we,
secret thing?
did we talk about that live?
Oh
yet?
no, we're under strict NDAs. We'll not talk about that. Wait, what are
Okay,
you talking about?
okay. I'm going to be Bernie and say that we're doing another podcast on Sunday, aren't we?
I don't want to do that. No, I'm out.
So we'll definitely we'll be doing a recap, and Chris is definitely gone forever, and he's not standing like right behind the microphone. But yes, so
Yeah, your badge is slanted, Chris. Apparently, that's really bothering people.
but yes, so my understanding of the situation is that just like we did last year with the RT UK community podcast, the Cockblock Corner, which I still hold is the best name of the planet. We will review everything on Sunday night, and I don't know if we are going to do it live or if it is going to be pre-recorded and then released on Wednesday. Can we have a confirmation from that from off screen, please? We're going live on Sunday. Okay, so we're going to be going live on Sunday. What we'll do is
confirmed.
that was an awful lot of nothing for nothing. Yeah, so we're going to do a podcast. We'll talk about all the stuff that we've enjoyed. Hopefully the same things that we've talked about today about what we want to see has been the big things. We don't want to see anything bad happen. Please enjoy yourself during this year's RTX London. Please be courteous to our fellow Guardian, Dan here, and every other Guardian, every member of staff. Remember, they are here so that we can have as much fun as possible, but not here for us to take advantage. We need to understand that they are people too. They don't know us, as I think the way it was described.
Oh
by
well, they know
Chris.
you.
They know me, but that's a completely different thing. Oh god, that makes it sound bad.
They know you.
I know you.
I'm on a list somewhere.
Hello, CIA.
So does that sound to be like we're wrapping it up? Anthony?
Yeah, sounds like a
That's
wrap up.
pretty much where I was
So
going
does
with
that mean I can go back to Belfast now?
You're done, finished. I can go back to
Well, no,
Glasgow.
you can go back to Belfast, but you've got to come back on Sunday for the podcast.
I thought it was. Oh yeah.
And then
Yeah.
on top of that, I don't know. We're talking about doing something at some point over the weekend because the guys at Ubisoft are awesome, and they gave a number of people access to Trials Rising, like myself, and we might try and do something with that at some point over
Nice,
the weekend.
nice. That's cool.
So I don't know what's going on with that. We'll talk about that off camera. And we will let you know. But I think we're at the point. I don't have a timer device of any sort, whether it's
I just want to check. 49's definitely reimbursed me for my flights to do this podcast, right?
no, because
Oh, awkward.
we've made like 27 pence at this point.
Oh.
I donated like five quid myself. Are Twitch fees that high?
Yeah, I mean we've made nothing. We've not even had the chance to take any money out yet. Why would we give you it?
That's cool. We got some nice chats there. Nice
Yeah.
comments in chat.
So what we'll do is we're going to round it off. You're going to have 60 seconds. Leave the nicest message to Dan as possible in the chat.
Because he deserves all the nice he gets.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, I mean this Dan, not that asshole.
Yeah.
Oh, that Dan?
No, listen.
That Dan? Oh, this
You-
Dan.
this
Oh,
Dan.
thank you
Not
very
that
much.
asshole.
So appreciate that.
The way that I'm going to end it, whilst everybody's sitting and putting all their really nice messages in
Thank you
chat,
very much, Elsie Bailey. I am a guy.
I will say it is great being back in content. I'm very sad to have not been involved in either the podcast or any of the streams over the last month or so. The situation is almost rectified. We are about 2 weeks away from me having nice fast speed internet, and I will be back on the podcast and many other streams. And I didn't say this, but you might find that we basically will be doing daily streams by this time next month.
That's not in my contract.
I will be daily streaming.
That is not in my contract.
No, you'll be involved in at least one day. We're going to
Oh, okay.
see. Do you remember the MMO idea? I don't want.
I like that idea.
I don't want to finish.
I like that idea.
But remember that. So
The Pokemon MMO idea.
okay, thanks. So what we're going to do?
We've already streamed it. It's okay.
We've done one stream, but I didn't want to make it sound like that's what
That
we're
was
doing.
Which one?
We did a stream. Basically, someone turned fire red, black, and I think there's sapphire. Silver.
There's 4 of them in total.
Yeah, they turned them
They
into
took-
an MMO version of
they
Pokemon.
took-
Oh, amazing!
They
And
took
it's
4 of the
awesome.
That's
Pokemon games and
awesome.
created
Yeah.
it so it's MMO.
Oh, I didn't
So
know
I
that.
walk along. I can start having. I can have like my Charmander behind me. I can see Anthony walk along beside me with his Bulbasaur.
Oh, dude, that's
It's-
so
it's-
cool. I want in on that. That sounds
It's
amazing.
It's awesome. So what we're going to do is
Dan, you don't have the time.
No, I genuinely don't, but I like the idea of it.
they.
I will watch your stream.
You can play it.
I'll
Well,
play it, yeah.
the idea that me and Chris have had is we're going to do like hopefully a weekly stream, if not then at least a monthly stream.
Okay.
But on top of that, what we want to do is we actually want to fight you as well.
Oh.
So get in there,
I watch come on.
get your get your Pokemon trained, and every now and again what we'll do is we'll do a nice little stream where all we do is fight community members.
Oh, amazing. Sounds super encouraging. I like that. Come and have a fight.
But yes, so we are about. This is RTX day -1.
Yeah, pre-RTX.
It's about to roll into
Oh,
RTX.
here we go.
0.
Someone's just asking what Pokemon game it is. What's it called?
So it's called Poke MMO.
Poke MMO, yeah.
Poke MMO.
What we'll do is when we get the first stream live, we'll link everything that you need for it.
Cool.
So there's an entire application, and then you need the ROMs for
Yeah.
each of the games.
Which you should, of course, legally obtain by legally purchasing the game and
Yeah.
legally ripping it yourself.
Yes, and not in any way, shape, or form going on to loveroms.com, which is what we did.
I did not. I own
Alright,
the games.
yeah, you got
I
to
actually
own
do
them.
own them.
That sounds amazing.
I've got
though.
them
I
all
love
anyway,
the
so
sound of
I
that.
feel more than happy doing
I
that.
had no idea that existed. That's so cool. That's really cool.
You can even get it on Android. Like I'm literally updating it right now. Just
Yeah,
so
no,
down here after we're
Amazing.
done.
That's awesome. That's really cool.
Right, so I think we're finishing up. Catherine, you gonna cut the lights? You know we're running over budget
Right.
here on the lights.
So,
Dan, you wanna get that light for us?
no,
Just-
don't
Are we
worry.
going dark?
We've
No?
we've got a nice little way to finish the podcast here. So as we saw about half an hour ago, Dan tried one of my really nice gin and lemonades and didn't enjoy it.
I think
So-
we should get Dan to do a shot.
That's exactly my thought.
Oh, what a shot of... Oh, bloody hell.
We're going to go nice and easy, and just a nice easy mead. So if Dan, and your hair's already in there, so you can stand straight up, buddy. So this is Tamlin
Oh, this we're going handheld on the camera.
which
Awesome.
is beautiful nectar to me, but you will not like that at all.
No.
What you're going to get here is you're going to get the baby version.
Mead.
It's not
Honey based.
Yeah. I don't think this is going to work, so I think what you're going to have to do is we're going to have to bring you forward.
Strong man.
So, yeah, let's
It's hell of a mess.
let's see what happens here, shall we?
Oh, nice.
Okay, you scurry off now. Yes, so it has been pretty awesome having everybody here. It's great to. Please tell me we had the cup for that ready.
Oh, that was brilliant. That's good. That's good.
And since Stuart never wants to miss a podcast, the man behind the camera.
Exactly. Thank you, Stuart.
The guy who has missed about 17 cuts in the last 5 minutes.
No, he's done very well. To be fair, this is not easy. That was awesome. Good work, team.
Guys, I think we should take a selfie.
Oh yeah.
Want to take a selfie?
Yeah, it sounds good.
Come on, let's get that
Right,
done.
let's fix the bar, shall we?
Everyone in. You can't just get out the front of the light, you know.
I know.
Catherine's away to get her alcohol.
Is that the mead coming in? The mead's making an appearance.
It's my personal mead.
The personal mead is making an appearance.
Come
Oh,
on.
make sure we're lit. You know, come on.
Everyone praise the sun.
Hey!
Praise the sun.
Is that it? We're just going to cut it there?
Yeah.
Well, we're hopefully going to cut
Thank
it
you,
there,
guys.
but the stream is still going.
Thank you for watching. Good night. Bang.
I was